Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera, anda bersama saya Zaislan dalam agenda Awani, dan pada hari ini kita cakap sedikit tentang La Bayadere, iaitu buat pertama kalinya ia merupakan satu kisah cinta yang bertajuk La Bayadere itu akan dipentaskan di Malaysia di Panggung Sari Istana Budaya tidak lama lagi. Dan La Bayadere ni kalau anda tak tahu merupakan sebuah pementasan balet panjang hasil karya Marius Petipa ini yang agak sukar untuk dipentaskan sebenarnya, tapi telah dipentaskan di seluruh dunia dan akhirnya ia akan datang ke Malaysia. Dan kita akan bersama dengan organizer yang akan dan juga koreografer, pengarah artistik bersama dengan Presiden The Dance Society of Malaysia untuk bertanyakan dengan lebih lanjut lagi mengenai dengan pementasan La Bayadere ini. So pertama sekali kita ada Chung Wan Chin, pengarah artistik. Welcome to Agenda Awani. Dan kita juga ada Sunny Chan Heng Ki. Sunny iaitu Presiden The Dance Society of Malaysia untuk lebih kurang 20 tahun lebih. Dan kita nak tanya sedikit tentang La Bayadere ni sebab ramai yang tak tahu lagi. So maybe we can start with talking about what La Bayadere means actually.
I think I'll leave it to the choreographer to tell the story.
Okay, so maybe you can tell the story.
Okay, La Bayadere, the title means the temple dancer.
It's a French word, right?
Yes, it's a French word. And the story derived from an old Indian literature. So it's about a temple dancer falling in love with a noble warrior. And then there's all these relationships. So it's very dramatic and it's always about love.
That's what we like to watch, right? So and you mentioned just now before we went on air this Marius Petipa. He is not an Indian, but he adapted the Indian history into this choreography, right?
Yes, choreographers are most often inspired by a story, or it could be from any country. And Marius Petipa is also the choreographer for Swan Lake, Giselle, all the classics you can name, most of them. He's the choreographer for that. So this is just one of his ballets, and this is one of the most outstanding ones. Yes.
And I can't actually remember, like, if there's ever any staging of a ballet performance here in Malaysia. I haven't seen one, at least in my lifetime. So, being the president of the Dance Society of Malaysia, do you think this is about time that we bring in, a ballet staging here in Malaysia?
Okay. In actually the past 6 years, Wan Ching was based in in Japan, and she did bring in a few ballets before that. I think the first one was Paquita and Carmen. The first one, that was 6 years ago.
Yes, in 2010.
2010.
And then after that we had Capilia was 2 years ago.
Yes.
Then we had the International Ballet Gala, 2 occasions, and then the big one was last year also. I think it's very important that the Malaysian audience see good quality work. And I'm glad that Chung Wan Ching has now come back to Malaysia. Welcome her back.
Yeah.
With all the experience, and we look forward to more.
How is the reception? How has the reception been so far towards the ballet?
Well, we hope that ticket sales will be getting better. I think there's not enough publicity. We are lucky to have many of the ballet schools. You see, the Dance Society, we have about 600 or more members, and we hold annual competition, and I think this is where we develop more skill and talent, and that's where Our Lady here will look at the best to bring them for this performance. And then ticket sales have been going on through the schools and people we know, and I hope this next 2.5 weeks through here and a newspaper, we will look into maybe 90%, 95%.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Why do we choose La Bayadere? Like, just curious. Out of all the classic works,
There was Swan Lake, Nutcracker, Sleeping Beauty, and so on. These are people who know about it very well. Okay, we discussed it, and I told Wan Ching, why not La Bayadere? First thing, we are Malaysia, multinational, multicultural, and has a background of Indian story. The dance is classical. I won't call it Western anymore, it's international. And then, well, a certain politician mentioned that all this started in Russia, but actually ballet started in France, or even go further back, Italy, you see. So I thought, well, why not? And it's a very challenging ballet.
Yeah.
I thought, well, Wan Ching, what do you think? She said, well, why not, isn't it?
Why not? The question is why not, right? Yeah.
We test the ability of our own dancers. And of course, we had to bring in the internationalists for the main roles. And I'm very glad, I think last night was the first time I see the Aswara boys coming in. I was very impressed with them. So give Aswara dancers
So you have
an
started
opportunity.
rehearsals and practice? And
Long time
long time ago.
Since March.
Since March, okay. I heard that La Bayadere is particularly difficult to perform. So is this a huge challenge, do you think? And also people know more about Swan Lake and Nutcracker, and this is less famous than those titles. So what are some of the challenges that you face now to get this staged?
Yes, usually, previously I have invited many foreign dancers to come in to perform, so they are already professional. And then the ballets which I've done here, they have a smaller cast. For example, in Coppelia, I think it was about 40, and in La Bayadere it's 65. Yes, it's a lot more people to train, and I'm inviting less foreigners because we Malaysians are getting at that level. And I have soloist Malaysian dancers dancing in the soloist roles, but the principals I still invite the foreigners, and they are really, really getting up there and having to train so many people, make so many costumes, create the whole thing. It's really, really very,
I
very,
can
very
only
challenging.
imagine, huh?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it's very challenging. All right, and we want to know more about the dancers after this, but we have to go on a break, and we'll be back right after this. So bertemu kembali dalam agenda Awani, dan kita masih lagi bersama dengan Sunny dan juga Wan Chin bercakap tentang ballet La Bayadere yang akan dipentaskan di Panggung Sari tidak lama lagi. Saya nak teruskan bercakap tentang penari-penari yang kita akan bawa masuk ke pementasan ni. So I would like to know more about the principal dancers as well as the dancers, and you have more local dancers now, right? And is there a specific reason for that?
It's because I've been training dancers here since 2010, and more people are joining and more people are improving. Therefore, actually it's my wish to work with Malaysian dancers. I love to work with them, and the group has a very, very strong energy, and I think we're ready. That's why we can work together and aiming to perform this ballet at an international level.
Yeah, and I mean, being in the society as well, the dance society, and if you compare like Malaysia and any other countries, like maybe Japan, ballet is really huge in Japan apparently. So, do you think there's like a disadvantage on our side because it's not really a part of our culture to join ballet and stuff like that, or when they're kids they go ballet and then they forget about it? How do you see that?
From the entries for our ballet competition, which we hold every year, the 18th was this year, the amount of entries have been increasing. So I'm very happy to see that, and it makes me feel I want to work longer and more. Although I'm getting old, doesn't matter. I want to do that. And out of this, not everybody going to be good, but we create opportunities. And out of this, you see a few very good ones coming out. I think that's what we found. And there are, surprisingly, around KL, there are more than 200 teachers, PJs, Selangor. And okay, the other thing is, parents always ask me, in any future, well, in Malaysia, for dance, well, I think it's a good form of exercise, discipline, determination, and get you into that building up your own character. It's very nervous when you go on stage, and we have seen the first time when they go on stage, they forget the steps and they go off. I've been through that when I was in Australia, and my teacher said, go again, And I tell you, it's really frightening. But after you make that first break, you feel good, confidence, you build up confidence. So I think I'm trying to create that. Not necessarily you have to be professional dancer, but at least you know what it is to build up your own character.
Yeah, it builds a character, yeah.
Discipline. Okay, the other one is we hope the lady here will start a first ballet company, and there's an opportunity. And that's where we need more money.
Yeah.
That's another subject
Always
matter.
goes like that. Huh? Okay. Yeah, and I was like watching the other day this documentary called Ballet. It's about this young man trying to do like a choreography for the New York Royal Ballet School or something, and I saw how much discipline and determination it took. So I'm pretty sure like a lot of people who actually, if they don't make a career out of it, they would actually learn to discipline themselves and all that, right? And this is what people should know, that it's not just about that, right? And if you see like the Malaysian ballerinas and all that, do you see them being at that level already, at international level?
There are many who are not in the country. Yes, but there are...
Or they get good and they go international, right?
But not everybody can go overseas and live there and work there. So the ones who are here, actually, when they found the opportunity to join, when they joined, and I try and share as much with them, and I think there is a satisfaction. And they are, of course, not used to the very, very strict training, but I'm really going for it, you know. And because they love it so much, when you get to a point where you do it long enough, working hard, and then you go past the hardship, and then you really find something very special for yourself. And I think I have arrived at that level for some of the dancers. And sorry, what was...
And we have international, foreign principal dancers, right? So how are they now? Like, are they here already in Malaysia rehearsing, or...?
One, two here.
The foreign dancers, there are some soloist Japanese dancers. Only one has arrived.
Oh, okay. How many will we have?
We have 11.
11?
5 from Japan, and the rest from Spain, America, Australia.
And these you handpicked these dancers?
Yes, yes. I've met them, and I've met some of them, and the others are introduced by this person who I met, who I thought she was really, really perfect for the role, Nikia, the tempo dancer.
And you actually adapted a little bit of like Marius Petipa's choreography, and you kind of like make it your own, right?
Yes. I'm restaging the ballet, like a lot of choreographers do today, bringing back the classics. And to suit the cast I have, I make some changes and additional choreography, yeah, for the ballet. So,
for me, I told her why La Bayadere. I think I better tell everybody. For some, maybe a bit boring. Is the Kingdom of Shades, correct?
Yes.
Shades. It is so beautiful. To me, it's very pure classical. And when you see it and the beautiful music, if it doesn't touch your heart, I will tell people you're not human. that is the part most important.
And
like,
the music is by whom?
Minkus.
Minkus, okay.
And it's so beautiful. But I think we debated about this. In the original version, it's very long and have a big cast, and they have a thing called arabesque penché, more than 700 repetitive.
Okay.
So we thought, well, if you're going to do that, I think half the Malaysian audience may go to sleep, you see. So she has made some adjustment there.
Yeah, it's a full-length performance, right?
Yeah, a full-length. Yeah.
Full-length. So are we going to do it full-length as well?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we'll be looking forward to that. And after this, we need more information on like the performance itself, when it's going to be and how much the tickets are. But we will go on a break for a while, and we'll be back right after this. Bertemu kembali dalam agenda Awani dan kita masih lagi bercakap tentang La Bayadere, sebuah kisah cinta yang akan dipentaskan di Panggung Sari, iaitu pementasan ballet sebenarnya ya. Dan saya masih lagi bersama dengan Wan Chin dan juga Sunny daripada Dance Society of Malaysia, dan mereka terlibat secara langsung dengan pementasan ini yang akan berlangsung. Dan alright, I want to ask Sunny, like you have practiced ballet before, right? So, like for people who probably is not a fan of ballet and they don't practice ballet, they might not understand. If they want to watch, maybe they're interested and they want to experiment something. But what would be the major pull for them to come and watch this?
You got to love music, very important. And I think this music is beautiful, Minkus. If you have never seen it, come and see for the first time. You don't like it, don't come again.
So it's a love-hate, huh?
Yeah. I have one client who told me, oh, they're doing the same step every ballet. They came to the gala. But they still support me by giving me small donation. They are very happy to see we are creating opportunity for the next generation. So even they come and they don't come, we need the support, financial, so that the next generation. And I think you have to develop a taste. It's a taste, you see. For myself, I never liked ballet. I did it for health reason. At the age of 5, I was born with a curved spine. Oh. And then when I finished my ballet at 11 years old, I was so happy because I went to boarding school overseas. But when I saw a ballet performance on the Australian ballet, did, I think it was Capilia, or Giselle, a part of her, in the boarding school, I was about 13 and a half. And that inspired me, you see. It's the beauty of the artwork and the music. And I was going to be a pianist at that time. So when I saw that, I told myself, I want to do it. So I think it's up to the individual. If you are a certain age now, can't do it, but at least you love that.
Yeah.
And then, we're also busy in our life. And it's something where you can really relax and appreciate that. I think that's very important. And I hope this performance and future will give the Malaysian audience an opportunity to see things like that.
Yeah, like something different, right?
Yeah.
Rather than the usual. So, and you choreographed this. So, what can we look forward to in the performance?
I didn't choreograph it. I restaging it. Yeah, it was quite different. What can we look forward to? You will, I think, be very touched by the story, and then because of the storyline, the set design, the costume design is also very special. Not like the Sleeping Beauty, just the the castle kind of thing. There's a variety, the colors, as well. We have a very good cast, and the technique. Not only we have the artistry, the drama, the technique is also very strong. So I think it's the whole combination is very, very worthwhile too.
Is it difficult though to create chemistry between the dancers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how do you create that? Because I mean, there's the acting part and there's the dancing part.
I want to help her in this. When we did audition in December, January, around that time.
Around that time, February, I think.
We had many students, 60, 80 came. So I think we selected about 12 or 15. They're all from different schools, different styles. But she knows what she can develop them into. And what I've been seeing the past few weeks, you're surprised. They are all becoming very uniform. You see? That's what classical ballet is about. They are from different schools, different styles of dance.
But they manage
and now they manage, and it's very beautiful. I mean, you got to see that development. And I've seen that, and I've seen it many times in other places, in other countries, And I think Chung Wan Ching has done a wonderful job on that. And I think that's the most challenging.
To get them in the same wavelength. Yeah, I could imagine.
And I was telling some of the dancers, if you can achieve that, you can show these foreign dancers, wow, you see, you are not professional, you are as good as the professionals in their own country. They're all from 4 different ballet companies.
You mean
Boston?
the principals, right?
Yeah.
The principals are from different companies.
Hamburg, Australian ballet. They can go back and tell, look,
the Malaysian dancers,
the Malaysian dancers, they are young, and this lady have made them do what is achievable. put them, they call the ballet, I call it.
And you mentioned just now you have some Aswara students and from different schools. So what are some of the schools that you have involved?
Aswara is more into the boys part.
Yes.
And are they ballet dancers? They are.
They're learning ballet there.
Wow.
And some of them are very daring. Some of the things they jump and all the things they did yesterday.
Like stunts.
I wouldn't dare to do it. They're not scared to being injured. And they really jump, and then I wouldn't dare to do it. But unfortunately, the girls, we don't have. Because of the point work.
Yes.
They don't do point work. You see. But the boys are quite good, some of them very good.
And you have other ballet schools in Malaysia?
About 10
Or dance
ballet.
schools?
10 ballet schools.
About 10
The audition went to many schools, and then the best came for the audition.
And will this be partly go to charity?
Yes.
For this Persatuan Kebajikan dan Pembangunan Modal Insan Selangor, or also the Society of Welfare and Human Capital Development Selangor?
Yeah. And they're doing education for Myanmar refugees, you see. So I've seen the place and I was very touched by what they're doing. And then the other one is the Breast Cancer Welfare Association for Malaysia, linked with Subang Medical Center. I'm a cancer patient myself. And so when I see this, I'm very touched. I said, look, we must do it for them. And then Living Hope Malaysia for children again.
So, all right. So where can they get more information if they are interested to watch this? Is there a website?
Yes, there's a website. You can go actually into the ticketing website or the website called at www.danceworksproduction.org. You can see the information for the ballet. And for ticket information, it's www.ticket2u, number 2, and u.biz. Yes.
Okay, so that's where they can purchase their tickets and also where they can get more information about this. All right, I think if they want to know more, they can just Google it. It's all there because it's been staged internationally.
Or they go straight to Istana Budaya.
Or go straight to Istana Budaya. All right, thank you so much for being here on Agenda Awani. So, kita ada pengarah artistik Chung Wan Chin dan juga Sani Chan Heng Ki, iaitu Presiden The Dance Society of Malaysia, bercakap tentang La Bayadere yang akan dipentaskan di Panggung Sari Istana Budaya this coming September. Sorry, July. This coming July.
26.
Yeah. What's the date?
25th and 26th.
25th to 26th. Jangan lupa datang, dan untuk lebih informasi pergi ke website yang telah disebut oleh Wan Chin tadi. Dan saya Zaizlan. Assalamualaikum dan salam hormat.